Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Leeds. And I have to be honest, after the weekend that we had last week in the new heavyweight world champion, it's sometimes difficult to come back with a show, but not when you're in Leeds, and not when you've got a bill like this on Saturday night. The top of the bill fight between Josh Warrington and AMAGASA is a wonderful fight. And it's great to welcome so many friends from around the world and major teams. Firstly, Joe Kazumi. It's a pleasure to see you again, Joe, and work with you. And Sean Gibbons and JC and those guys. Whenever a team turns up, especially with matching trainers, you know that they mean business. So today we've got the real deal here in their training equipment and the sartorial elegance of Josh Warrington and Stuart Hall. Very, very, very impressive. Saturday night is a crunch night for a number of fighters on the bill. We've got a stacked card, local talent, some of the hot prospects from Matchroom Stable, and we've got 4 major title fights as well. Firstly, we've got Dave Ryan against Martin Hakiki, and it's a great fight for the Commonwealth Light Welterweight title. Martin Ward against Rudy Encaria for the WBC Super Featherweight title, definitely the toughest fight of Martin's career so far. A wonderful chief support bout between Stuart Hall and former World Super Flyweight champion, actually 2 former world champions there, Stuart Hall and Rodrigo Guerrero. It's the final eliminator for the IBF Bantamweight Championship in the world. And if you've ever watched Stuart Hall in these major fights, it's a joy to watch. And the styles here gel for a wonderful fight. And then, of course, the main event. Josh Warrington on the verge of challenging for his first world title has by far the toughest test of his career so far against AMAGASA. It's a fight that, when we had the press conference initially, I took my hat off to the team for accepting. You know, he's done the fight against Joel Brunker. You see Lee Selby, when he boxed Joel Brunker, went on to fight straight for the world title. Now Josh has beaten Brunker nearly every round, and now he has the toughest fight of his career against AMAGASA, and then move on to that world title shot. So firstly, Martin Ward, by far I think the toughest fight of your career so far. We know that Leeds is your birthplace and your spiritual home. Great to be back after a great performance here against Maxi Hughes, and the toughest fight of your career so far.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a year since I won the title up here in front of a packed arena, so I'm really looking forward to putting on a good show in front of you all on Saturday night. I've got a tough fight, tough, strong opponent who's going to come to win, and you know, I'm ready to put on a good performance. I've trained really, really hard. Everything's gone good. It's all gone by the book, so you know, there's no excuses why I'm not going to light up the arena.
Encaria, of course, holds wins over Ivo Gina, the European champion, and a big step up for you, and really get this one out of the way before moving on for European title shots yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's coming off good form. Had a look at his record, and he's lost one of his last 16, 17 fights. He's beaten some decent names. He's a good, strong fighter. He comes to fight, he comes to win. So he's not going to come in just a survivor. Any negativity he brings to the fight, it's going to be an exciting fight, and I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait.
Thank you. Martin will come to you shortly when Dave's just stuck in some traffic. Rodrigo, you look very well, you look very happy, and you look very sharp on the pads, and a big night for you on Saturday.
Muy buenas tardes, muchísimas gracias por darme la oportunidad de estar aquí en este país tan bonito, y bueno, tratar de dar lo mejor para dar un buen espectáculo a toda la gente que sigue en nuestro.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm grateful. I've been training very hard. I know this is a hard fight, but I think I'm going to win.
Obviously, he's watched Stuart Hall. What kind of fight does he expect on Saturday night? What's his prediction?
Sí, sé que es un peleador muy fuerte, se prepara muy bien, y bueno, pues nos preparamos conforme a su fortaleza, ¿no? Los mexicanos somos fuertes también.
I know that I've seen some of the fights. I know he's a strong boxer. But we in Mexico are also very strong, and we've come to do the best. And like I said, we're going to win.
Stuart, the same arena that you famously captured the IBF world title against Malinga in another great fight. And you know, you've been ticking over nicely in the last couple of months, and this is a must-win fight for you on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to thank you and Tony for giving me this opportunity as well, and keep me ticking over. I mean, I'm improving, believe it or not, I'm improving. I'm like a fine wine. I'm improving with age. Rodrigo, he's a tough fighter, but he hasn't met me yet, and he's never been in one on as much as me. He's going home empty-handed to review me. I'll do whatever I have to do to win this fight.
You've mixed the elite level, of course, with Malinga and the Caballero fight as well. And every time you step up, even the Paul Butler fight as well, every time you step up in these big fights, they always turn out exactly the same. All action, plenty of entertainment. Is it the same grit and determination in this fight that you feel is going to see you through, or you've got to be a bit smarter against Guerrero?
I'm going to be a bit smarter, but I've got a great team in Paddy Lynch and Max McCracken. With their orders in the corner, I'm going to win this fight, and I'm going to do it in style.
Thanks, Joe. Look forward to that. It's a cracking fight. Final eliminator, the winner will go on and have to fight Lee Haskins within 90 days of his next fight. Joe and Isasi, welcome. We've been trying to make this fight for a while. We know that we spoke before, AMAGASA also chasing a fight with Lee Selby. And although this isn't an eliminator, it feels like a final eliminator for Lee Selby almost. What kind of fight are you expecting, and tell us about AMAGASA?
まあ、この試合、どんな試合か。まあ、ワリントンはすごい、素晴らしい選手で、まあ、難しい試合になると思いますけど、まあ、なんとかわざわざイギリスまで来たので、崩して勝ちたいと思います。Josh Warrington is a very excellent fighter. However, we came to so far away to England to win. Okay, this is an important step for him to fight for the world title again. As you may know, AMAGASA is a fighter who scored a couple of knockdowns over GUERERRO on this New Year Eve in 2014. This is the guy who knocked down Rigondeaux. Remember, this boy can punch. He has a heart. Thank you.
Thank you. And tell us, if you will, the confidence that he got from the Rigondeaux fight. You know, the first guy to really test him, put him in and nearly beat him as well.
Yeah. In his last 15 fights, he lost just once against Rigondeaux. Okay, other fight he won all. Then after Rigondeaux fight, he has great confidence of his endurance, heart, and that was a great experience. This time he came here to win. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe. Josh, without question, the toughest fight of your career so far. Power, heart, like Joe says, and I think you know this is a real fight for you on Saturday night.
Yeah, most definitely. I think after the last press conference, kind of got discredited because we ended up talking about Lee Selby and whatnot. You know, this is a real challenge in front of me. You know, it's actually coming over to win, as I just said. There's as much at stake here as there is for me. Obviously, an opportunity for him to go on and possibly fight for the world title. And he seems confident. You know, he can take a punch or two. I mean, we're going to do it with some big shots, and he did look like he'd been in a car crash at end, but you know, he's still a tough fella. It's someone that I've been training 100% every training session. I've been training really hard, and I'm looking past Saturday. You know, full focus is on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, you've got huge support, and you know, you've captured the imagination of the Leeds people, but I think in boxing terms, you've always had a bit of a raw deal from guys that think you're just a fighter with huge support. And the Brunker win, I hoped, would give you that credibility. You beat him, you won virtually every round against him. But I think this one has raised a few eyebrows amongst the hardcore boxing fans. You know, a fight that you didn't really have to take, but obviously a name that they're familiar with, and perhaps this is the win that will give you the credit on the world stage.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to look at how quickly we came up. We've come up in 12 to 18 months. We jumped from English title level on small walk shows in front of around 2,000 people to like the Dennis Taveira on where, you know, boxing for international titles and on major world titles in front of 11,000 in space of 12 months. There's not many other fighters that do it that quickly. You know, that not a massive amateur background or Olympic background, so, you know, just come from smaller shows and jumps up the levels quite quickly. But, you know, I'm not one of them also who's been sparking my mouth saying, oh, I'm going to be a world champion this and that, but I've always taken every step as it's come. And I've seemed to pass each test with flying colours. And I always give 100% every fight, and like I say, you know, before Taveira I ran a bit of run of stopping quite a few folk, and then I had that one, and I got a little bit of stick for that fight, you know, everyone was saying I should have blasted him out and whatnot. And after Taveira I stuck to a game plan, but after Brunga I stuck to a game plan, I boxed well, you know, won every round. And I think, like you said, didn't get the credit, but I think last year was a learning year, and this year, it's all about showing that I can move on to a world title and I'm eligible to fight for the world title.
Do you feel the pressure in this fight? I mean, you know, Taveira was, you know, we were still learning, and it was a bit of a showcase fight in front of fans. Brunka was a much tougher fight, but this fight seems to have, you know, a lot more risk because of AMAGASA's style and power. Do you feel that? Has that made you more alert in training?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you get to this level, I mean, he's had as many knockouts as I've had fights, so, you know, that's one thing to look into. But, you know, there's no easy fights at this level, obviously. He's boxed, you know, good caliber of fighters. He's had Rubicon on his backside a couple of times. You know, I am never overlook a fight, because, you know, end of the day we've both got two hands, and a punch can change a fight. But it's one that I'm wanting to win. I'm going to do absolutely everything. I want to beat him. I want to beat him in style. So, you know, I know he's come over here and I liked it, but he's in for an hard night on Saturday night.
I know, you know, we know, no looking past Saturday. I have to ask you about, you know, the inevitable fight that everybody's talking about, which is the Lee Selby fight. But I'll switch the question up and say that, you know, looking at the rankings that were sent through last night, you're also number 2 in the WBC. Gary Russell fights this weekend. You're in a division really where there's no real easy crack at the belt, but you're moving up all those rankings now, and, you know, close to becoming a mandatory in the WBC as well.
Well, this is it. Like I just more or less said, you know, we come up very quickly. I mean, we didn't stay around domestic level for too long. Just jumped up, and, you know, likes to bear on and Joe Buckner, and because I think we got through them fights so comfortable, then it's like, you know, that pushes you up higher in the rankings, and we're more or less here now. But it was all about taking the fights like AMAGASA. I mean, we could have, you know, filled the arena just boxing anybody, but there's no point in doing that. We want to be truthful to ourselves. We want to fight the likes of AMAGASA, someone who's coming to win, who wants to go and win a world title themselves. And I've got a lot of experience from this fight, and I'm testing myself, you know, to see if I can belong up here with the elite fighters.
Dave, can't have a seat, mate. We were just about to finish, but now you're here. Pressure's on for a great speech. First, I'm going to start with Martin. Martin, welcome. And a big opportunity for you to win the Commonwealth title on Saturday night.
Okay, thank you for opportunity, and also let me to go greet all of the senior here. I'm very much happy for the opportunity to fight David Ray, and I want to ensure him that the Commonwealth title it will be mine, and also I don't want to forget to promote the coffee. Who put me through to that one. And also, it is not for my first time to fight for a title, though it was not a common world title. I fought already for African title, WBO, I defended it many times. I look simple, but he must make sure that his lips, it is well okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dave, scheduled to be on an 8-round fight in this bill, and then obviously mandatory for the light welterweight title with the Commonwealth, and able to make this fight, and all of a sudden a very big night for you on Saturday.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. 12 rounds will make a difference to me, whether it's 8, 10, 6 or 12. I train every fight for a world title fight. I train everyone as it's a world title fight. So I give it my all in the gym, and yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back here. This is the place where I won the Commonwealth title. So I'm going to reclaim it again here. Can't wait.
Obviously, disappointment against John Wayne here, but you know, he was boxing fantastically well in the fight before you picked up an injury. Is this all about getting that belt back and then getting back on the horse towards those big domestic and even world level fights?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm over that hip fight now. I mean, it was a freak accident. It was happened, and I was lucky to receive it. But yeah, I just want to get back into winning ways and get the best out of the domestic scene and then move on.
Good. We look forward to that fight. 4 big title fights on the card and on the table here. So many more action on the bill. I'll try and remember it all. We've got Reece Mould, who's making his debut, Darren Tetley, Maxie Hughes also on the card. Some real emerging talents from Matchroom. Isaac Chamberlain in a great fight with Russell Henshaw at the cruiserweight division. Jake Ball in a fight with Colin Farraker, which is a great fight. And Jeff Saunders, also like welterweight star, undefeated with a string of knockout wins as well. So it's a packed card from about 5:15 on Saturday night. On Friday, tomorrow, the weigh-in will be at 1 o'clock at the Carriage Works. We'll see you there. And bring your earphones for Saturday night, because we've missed Leeds, we've missed the atmosphere, and I can't wait to get back in there. But more importantly, I can't wait to see these 4 men here tested in real fights. So we'll see you Saturday. Thanks for coming, and don't forget the weigh-in tomorrow. We'll post the photos.